Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a used book haul. I got all of these books for free, believe it or not. And if you're not new here, you may be like, hey, guess what? Angie, you already did this exact video. Well, yeah, you're right. I did do it. But you know what? I was not happy with the quality of it. After I posted it and looked at it, I was like, this turned out like crap. And I can't have crap videos. So I'm going to do it again. I've already seen them then, obviously, but we'll show you all over again. So this is the first book. It's Try Dying by James Scott Bell. I have never heard of this author, and I like reading authors that I've never heard of. I'm not a real huge fan of this like tiny writing though, but you know what, I will definitely read it. And we are setting up a little lending library outside of the house, so whichever books that I've already read or I'm not really that interested in, then I'm going to put it out there, and after I'm done reading them, obviously they're going to go out there. That's what I want for Christmas, so we're going to get that, and hopefully we can put it up before Christmas. If not, then it's going to have to wait until the ground thaws, which I don't even want to think about. So this is Blood Ties. I have not heard of this author either, or this book. But you know what? I will definitely read it. It does have small writing again. And I'm old now, so I can't do small writing. Emily Griffith, I love her. I've already read this. This one is Love the One You're With. I've already read it. I may actually even reread it. Oh, bonus! A Joker as a bookmark. I love looking for bookmarks. That's a fun bookmark. I'm going to keep that one. I really like the style of her writing. I call them chiplet books. I don't even know if she's actually that genre or not, but I really do enjoy her books. If I had time, I would reread this, but let's just be honest, I don't have that time. So that will go out in the pile for the lending library. This is Inside a Dog. Inside of a Dog. You know what? I've been looking for this one for a while. Or I've been looking at it, like not for it specifically. But we have 3 dogs, so it would be nice to kind of see, you know, how do these dogs tick? So I'll read that one. I have not heard of this particular book, but I do know Christopher Pike, Chain Letter, and he has a series of books, and on the back it's got all the different ones. I will definitely read it, and it's got bigger writing. And I like these books that are this size, not necessarily this thick, but this size of a book. I can hold it easily in my hand. This one is The Lost Boy, which is the prequel to, or the sequel to, The Boy, or A Child Called It, which is right here, so there's both of them. This one's a little thicker, a little heavier than this one. I have read this in high school, I think it was. I don't even know if it was like a mandatory read or something, but I did read it, and it's very disturbing. It was hard to get through. I feel terrible. If all of the accounts in this book are actually honest and correct, then this is a terrible life this boy led. And then this is the sequel to it, which I've never read, but apparently it looks like it's his search for his foster family or something like that. Becoming Rain by K.A. Tucker. Not heard of this one, but I'll definitely give it a try. It does look like there is a sequel to it too, which I do like it when there's sequels, rather, because I always wonder what happened to that character. Nicholas Sparks. This is a newer book. I got this one in May already, so I've already read it. My husband bought it for me for my birthday. 2x2. You know what? I didn't love it. I liked it. I didn't love it. It's one of those Nicholas Sparks books that it was really good. It just, I feel like I didn't cry, and I like to cry when I read his books. But it was a good read. I don't think it was a very fast read either. Obviously, it is pretty big. This one I would normally donate to the library, but it has got some watermarks on it, and they won't take that. I did donate my copy, so it may end up going in the bookshelf and I reread it, or it may go out to the lending library. I'm not sure what yet. If I stay, this was a good read. It was easy. I think I got through it in like a weekend. I read it quite a while ago before the movie came out, and I enjoyed it much more than the movie. Although I didn't really understand. It was one of those books where, you know, okay, so you're going to choose your parents over a guy you just barely met? I don't know. But anyways, I've read it before. It was okay. This one is Ian Rankin, Dead Souls. I've read quite a bit of books by him. Well, it's got that musty used book smell. Will I read it? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure I will. Maybe if I have, like, nothing else to read, which is impossible around here, because I have books everywhere. So, I always have something to read. Plus, I go to the library and I take out books there, so I have several books on the go. And then I read to my son, so I have his books on too. Joy Fielding, there's a ton of Joy Fielding in here. I love her. She's a very good author. This one is Lost. I have not read this one. So I'm excited to start her. I like it when I read a whole slew of books by the same author. Excuse me. Yeah, I really do like that. She's got kind of like a murder mystery, whodunit. Sometimes there's romance mixed in there. I mean, you just never know what you're going to get with her books. And there is a ton of her books in here. I believe there is 10. I'm not sure. There's 28 books in total. 28 or 23. I don't actually remember. I'll have to count. There's another one by her, Now You See Me. Another one, Shadow Creek. This is a giant book. Like, look at how big this one is. I feel like this is like a large print, but it's not large print. It's just a big, big book, which I wouldn't necessarily read this in this big of a book, but I will. Here's another one. Again, big style, Someone is Missing. Read of the month. It was the read of the month whenever it was. I feel like all of her books, I don't know, do they all have the same? No, I thought for some reason they had the same person in it, which would be kind of cool. Like James Patterson had that set of books with the same person in it over and over and over again. Alex Cross. So this is The Other Woman. I do think I read this one, and I think they may have made it into a movie. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, because I'm not 100% sure. But I'm sure I read it. And it was good. I'd have to check my IMDb. Every time... No, IMDb. What? Who am I? I'm not famous. My Goodreads. Every time I read something, I put it on Goodreads, which you can see in the link below. And I was going to say IMDb to check to see if they made it into a movie. This one was one of my favorite books back when I first read it. I love this author, love her. I've read everything by her. I have several of her books. I do already have this book. I ended up keeping it. I will reread it again. You know, I just loved it. I didn't love the movie. They changed the movie from the book, as they tend to do, especially with her writing. But I can't say enough good things about this particular book and this author. If you've never tried out her books, go ahead and check some out, because they're just amazing. Sarah Disson. I feel like I just picked up one of her books at the library not that long ago, so I'll definitely read this. Hi, honey. So, are you...
Guess what, Mommy?
Oh, I'm still busy, baby. This one is called Chasing Amanda by Melissa Foster. I have not ever heard of her. I feel like this may be a self-published book. Here's another Joy Fielding, The Deep End. I think I may have read this one, I'm not sure. Good Intentions by Joy Fielding. I don't know if I read that one. I don't think I have, so I definitely will. Another copy of Shadow Creek. Now, I would definitely, like, this is easier to hang on to, so I'll probably read that one, and then put the other copy in the thing. Grand Avenue. I have read this one already. And in fact, I just picked it, like, I just saw that this was in the library, in the bedroom, so I was like, oh, that's weird. So I'm gonna put that outside. I don't think I'm gonna reread it. Still Life, not heard of this particular copy, like this book, so I will read that one. I have a lot of books in here, guys. Have you been counting along? How many? I'm almost done though, rest assured. Here is Crow Lake by Mary Lawson. I don't know this author, I do not think, but I will go ahead and try it out. Jonathan Kellerman, I have read several of his books. He's not my favorite author, but of course not. Stephen King's my favorite author. But he writes really well. I don't necessarily like this genre. Sometimes I just like to get away and just like read fluff sometimes. Just take my mind off of stuff. You know, like, and these books, you have to really, really read them. You have to, you know, you don't want to miss anything because then you're lost, right? So, and 2 more left. This one here is Martin Waits, Speak No Evil. Man, there's a lot of books called Speak No Evil. I probably will check this out. Seems like just a quick, easy read. And then the last one is Heartstopper. Yeah, another Joy Fielding. I really do like this book. Now, I'm just looking at the back of this. This is hilarious. It says it was $120 at Disma. I don't know where that came from. It was probably I'll show you. That's the most expensive book I've ever owned. Actually, it's not. I have a copy of Stephen King first edition that is valued at over $1,200. Well, at the time it was $1,200. It is currently in a sealed, locked box because I'm scared I'm going to lose it, and it's in the firebox. So, you know, yeah. So that's it. So that's how many books I got for free from this lovely, lovely lady, and she even dropped them off. Came in this giant tote. I mean, like, you can't. People are so good. They're so amazing. I'm on a free site, and she said, "Hey, I have these books. Do you want them?" And I was like, "Heck, you know, does anyone want them?" And I was the first one to reply. I said, "Yeah, sure. I'll come pick them up in a couple days." And she said, "Well, there's a lot of them, so I can drop them off." So she did. How amazing. Alright, so that is the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a giant thumbs up and subscribe. I will be doing more videos like this. Big Brother is no longer here anymore. There's going to be Celebrity Big Brother, which I may or may not cover. I'm not 100% sure yet. But for now, we're going to get back to reading and focusing on books. And I will be doing some reviews. If there's anything particular that you want to see me do, let me know. Because I am very new to BookTube. And so far, I don't have a lot planned. I have my review of It still. I have my review of The Dark Tower still. I have a lot of reviews of movies that were books, but not books. You know, I could probably review this one. Sorry, excuse me. I could review it. So just let me know. I have some tags I want to do as well. Whew, there's a lot of books in here. I'm just going to put them back in here before so I can decide what to do with the ones and which one I want to start, because I always have 3 or 4 books on the go at least. Alright, well, thank you again for watching. I very much appreciate it. And make sure you subscribe and hit that thumbs up. Bye.